Hello everyone, welcome back to our biology class. Today we will be looking at classification of living things. Classification of living things. Okay, before we go into the classification proper, what are living things? Living things can be defined as things that have life in them. Anything at all that has life in itself is referred to as living things. Now, in our environment, in our surroundings, we have two things that surrounds us. We have the living things around us, we ourselves being living things, and non-living things in our environment. Okay? You have plants, you have trees, you have animals like your goat, the dog, fowl, lizard, rats, even ants. All these things have life in them and they are referred to as living things. While other things like the houses, the structures, the chairs, the table, the clothes you put on, they do not have life in them. And so they are referred to as non-living things. Now, as a biologist, how do we differentiate between a living thing and a non-living thing? Take, for example, a man or a woman is a living thing. And we have a mannequin. We all know what a mannequin is, the ones the fashion designer uses to display outfits or in a boutique. If we have a mannequin, sometimes when you move around some shops, you see a mannequin with a sitting posture or a standing posture, putting on clothes, and they look more like human being. Sometimes you are walking towards some, you even think it's human until you move closer or you touch before you know it's a mannequin. Now, what are these features that distinguishes between living and non-living things? These features are called Mr. NIGER CAD. I repeat, Mr. NIGER CAD. Mr. as in MR, Niger as in NIGER, and CAD, CAD. Now, Mr. NIGER CAD, M for movement, R for respiration, N nutrition, I irritability, G for growth, E for excretion, R for reproduction, CAD as in CAD, C for competition, A adaptation, and D death. That is, anything that possesses or that exhibits these 10 listed characteristics is referred to as a living thing. Every living thing moves, both plant and animal, young or old. They move one way or the other. And so, changing location or position from one place to another, either in search of food or mate, or away from danger, or for any reason at all. For example, movement in plants is seen in some trees when they bend towards a direction. Now, they could bend towards that direction in response to sun, maybe to get sunlight. That we can also see in irritability, response to stimuli. And so that is a movement in plant. Movement in plant, unlike animal, is not active, is not fast, is slow and not even noticeable. However, they move. Their roots could also move from here to another place, maybe to get water or nutrients beneath the soil. So, change of location, change of position by an organism from one place to another is referred to as movement. Now, R, respiration. When we talk about respiration, what are we talking about? Respiration is the oxidation of food substances in the presence of oxygen to produce energy with carbon dioxide, and water. These are released as the byproducts. So respiration, it goes beyond you breathing in and breathing out. Okay? Now, we have nutrition. Nutrition is just the feeding process by living things. And based on this, living things are classified into two. They are either autotrophs or heterotrophs. When we talk about autotrophs, we are talking about living organisms that can produce their own food by themselves, especially the green plants. Okay, they undergo a process called photosynthesis. Heterotrophs are organisms that feed on plants or other organisms, they cannot produce their own food. You and I, we cannot undergo photosynthesis. Okay? Other animals, we are all what? Heterotrophs. And now we look at irritability, ability of living organisms to respond to stimuli. Okay? Ability of living organism to respond to stimuli. These stimuli could be internal or external. Now, let me ask you, for example, we have a mannequin, like I said initially, sitting down, and a man, or let's say you, sitting down. And I'm coming close with a very sharp object, let's say a needle. When I move closer with that needle to the eye of the mannequin, even when I touch the eye of that mannequin, no reaction. Why? This mannequin does not have life in itself. It is not a living thing. But you being a living thing, when I bring a needle close to your eyes, in short, when I'm moving closer, you see your eye blinking. Out of fear, you what? You move away. That is response to stimuli. Are you getting me now? When someone hits you, flog you as a student, you feel the pain. You are responding to that stimuli. Okay? Now, we said ability to respond. We have a lot of examples. When it is raining heavily, the weather is cold, what do? Some of us begin to shiver. You see people shivering. Some have to quickly put on their cardigan.